All right, so this is Nikki Glazer, crushed Golden Globe roast. Check it out.
Good evening, and welcome to the 82nd
That's Seth Green?
Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night.
No.
If you're watching on CBS, hello. If you're watching on Paramount Plus, you have 6 days left to cancel your free trial. I'm Nikki Glazer, and I am absolutely thrilled to be your host tonight. Thank you. If there is one.
If there is one, GG's.
Ariana, hold my finger.
Don't worry, Ariana. Ariana, don't worry. Don't worry, Ariana. Don't worry. It'll be all okay. It'll be fine, Ariana. Don't worry. Don't worry, bro. Oh, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. We watched The Wiz. Just saying. But it was a good movie. It's just like I didn't understand what was going on because like I don't know shit about the Wicked Witch of the West. I ain't gonna lie. And like as a nigga who don't know shit about the Wicked Witch of the West, so I come into the movie thinking I'm gonna like they gonna make it so I can interpolate what's happening, but they didn't really make it that easy because she's singing half the movie, and if you sing half the movie and you know it's gonna be like metaphors possibly and double entendres and stuff, and then not to negate the fact that when you listen to music, how often do you like sit here and pay attention to every single word? Now the premise is like for me when I listen to music I be zoning out. I don't like listen like all that good. So like because I feel like I gotta try hard to listen, especially if it's a movie. I gotta like try hard to listen. And it's like, I can't formulate sentences properly in my brain. My brain does not, like, the way I see songwriting and basic speech is not the same as how I see, like, songwriting. Like, I don't see it the same. So when I'm interpreting it, I don't know if it's a double entendre, if there's a simile here, an idiom, what is happening? Are we actually, you know, musicals are so hard to interpolate if you're not paying attention correctly to the words. So like I don't know, but the thing is I took theater. Like I guess you can call me a theater kid. I wasn't like a theater kid, but I took theater both my years in high school, or like 2 of my years. So shit, I don't know.
I loved it so much. Everyone loved Wicked. I loved Wicked. My boyfriend loved Wicked. My boyfriend's boyfriend really loved Wicked. So much fun. It's just like, it's so much fun seeing a musical in the theater. And, you know, some theaters had issues with the musicals. You know, at Wicked, some people complained that the movie was ruined by people singing, you know. And then at Joker 2, some people complained that the movie was ruined by the images on the screen.
Because they sang for so long. Listen to wheel it. Go boot up Wicked right. I swear to God, I'm about to legally stream it right now. So trusting long. Like, dude, these songs were like 5 minutes. You know how hard it is to pay attention to a 5-minute song? I can't do that. I'm TikTok ADHD brain. Like my mind's going somewhere else. Once the chord, like, I don't know how to explain it, bro, but like I'm just not like songs. There's too many songs. Like and then like people in the comments, like I can go to the comments of the video. Like we're gonna go to the comments. Like other people were saying the same thing. They were saying the same thing. Cause like, dude, I understand it's a musical. Like you're supposed to be singing, right? It defeats the whole purpose. But shit, I don't need that much singing. Goddamn. Where is that? Where my review at? A month ago I did this review. Let's see what they say in the comments. Let me see. He's a whiz and he lives now. So they say for almost a 3-hour movie, 11 songs isn't that much, but I do get that, especially with the first song. Dude, the first song was so long. It was so long. Oh my gosh. It was kind of hard to understand what was going on, and I don't think the importance was focused on the Mr. the Wizard. It was the expectation versus the reality of him and his character, how he acted. Now, the problem I had with Wizard, right? Because like, look, so I already said in this video, but like when it first popped off, right? So my anticipation was, I'm like, okay, so pre all this, right? I'm thinking like, okay, Ariana Grande is in a movie, so she's probably gonna be like a special character in the movie. So then we get to the movie and she pulls up and I'm like, oh shit, she a princess in a fucking bubble? This bitch just came out in a bubble. She's gotta be important. And then it come to find out she's not even that important. Like, she's important, but I'm thinking like niggas are gonna be worshiping her because she's a princess coming from a fucking bubble. So then come to find out that Cynthia was like a little baby. She was a green little baby and whatnot. And then, you know, another thing happened to another, and her and Cynthia are like in cahoots or whatever. So they're in cahoots or whatever. And so like, and the reason I can't go so in depth, because I don't really even know what happened. Like, I can't even recite it that properly, because I don't even know what the fuck was going on. But so I guess, you know, Cynthia was like, she wanted to meet this wizard or some shit, and then she went to like talk to this goat, and the goat was real, or the goat was personified. And then so then we like waiting to try to get to this goat or whatever, but then it was in like a class, and then they go to see this dude who was like this knight in shining armor ass nigga. But then it was like some little, like, Ariana Grande real boyfriend apparently was like getting cucked, like he was like thirsting and shit, like type shit, like trying to like mac. But the fucking knight in shining armor nigga, like niggas was thirsting over him or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, cool. But then when they get into class, it's like they all are peers. Like Ariana Grande is a peer of them. She's not like a princess. Thinks she's gonna be a princess. She's not really a princess. What princess you know chilling with randoms? So it's not even like it's not like I hated the movie on some shit, but I was like, I couldn't get it. I couldn't grasp it. Now I think that everything else was like good. Like I like how it looked. The songs were composed well. It's not that the songs are bad, but in terms of a movie, how am I supposed to interpret it when 11 songs? How much? Think about 11 songs. That's an album. How long can an album be? An album can be an hour. An album can 11 songs album can be shit hour 30. So then how long is the movie? So then you got this much of the fraction of the movie that's marginally larger, and I can't even interpret. Part of that shit I can't even interpret because it's so much shit. And then so the premise is we're supposed to begin to this wizard, but the wizard has no aura or no lore, because first of all, they didn't even really, in the beginning, they didn't even really establish what the fuck they wanted to get the wizard for. Not really. Like they kind of beat the bush around it, but they didn't really like say what the fuck. So then we're trying to get to this wizard. So I'm thinking, okay, who this wizard? And they already showed the wizard sculpted. It's Jeff Goodman or whatever his name is. So we already know what the wizard looks like. So what else is happening? So once we get to the wizard, he's just gonna save the day and that's it? What is that? What is that story writing? So the comment section, she say, it was the expectation and reality of him and how his character acted. But honestly, who gives a fuck how he acts? Because what is his purpose? Who is he trying to save? And this is what I'm saying, pre everything, because now the anticipation's killed. I don't care. Like, remember when I my last stream, I came on here, we reacted to Loki. Obviously we're not supposed to, but I don't give a fuck. But the reason Loki's so fucking good is because there's so many dichotomous aspects of like, okay, so and it's like in the back end of the script, there's like these devices that are being plugged in and plugged out so much. You get what I mean? And so we got Loki pulls up. We had already prefaced that this was a branch from the time where Hulk came down the elevator and smacked the fucking Tesseract into Loki's hand. Loki then breaks the timeline, whatever, ends up in the TVA. So we're already lost. We're like, where the fuck is Loki? What the fuck is Loki doing? I'm already on edge based on this premise. I'm already just like, where the fuck is he at? He just teleported to some random place, and we've never seen this ever in the Marvel universe, cinematic universe. So I'm like, oh shit. So then look, so Loki ends up going through this whole system, right? And what's crazy is, what makes it even more crazy is there's things in there, and there's like these little foreshadows. But not only are there foreshadows, there's these little tropes that make it seem like, okay, where he's at is some wicked fucking place, because there were things like Infinity Stones just chilling in there, just chilling, and and like sort of the devices were like incinerating clothes, and there were things of like the guy Loki had to sit at the guy at the desk, and the guy literally said, please write this off and sign off that this is everything you've ever said. And it's literally stacks and stacks of papers of every word Loki has ever uttered. And then he says, what? And then it prints another page. So it's this creative ensemble. And then right, so not only do we have all these catalysts in the beginning, this is just the beginning, we then have the premise of Loki has to meet what's his name, Morbius or Owen Wilson, right? Owen Wilson's like this guy or whatever, and there's like all these other TVA agents, right? We then later on find out that there's another variant that they have to get to, and this variant was a rogue variant, right? That we later find out is a rogue variant or whatever, and she had like this dispel, and it's a whole thing, right? She ends up having to like die. So this variant or whatever was a fault of the timeline and them not being able to catch up to her because she was so elusive and so powerful, and she had this enchanting power. But in the last episode that we watched the anticipation of who the fuck is this Loki character, because before we found the second Loki, we then found or before we found her, we had Sylvie, who we was looking for the whole time, but she was hidden the whole time, so we didn't know who she was. So we still anticipating up until the point of the next episodes. We didn't know who the fuck Sylvie was the whole time. So if we don't know who Sylvie was, that right, or who the fuck the second Loki is, because the whole time, nigga, I was anticipating that it was just another variant of Loki, and it was a nigga, but it was just Loki, another nigga Loki. You get what I mean? But it turns out it was a female. It's like, oh snap. So not only this, we go through all these tropes of like, oh, the timekeepers and all this other extra shit. Then come to find out, Sylvie got this enchanting power, and she started enchanting niggas. Then one of the agents that they went to go find Sylvie with, the bitch got dropped off by Sylvie using her enchanted powers, and that was the catalyst effect to make sure, or to reveal the fact that the TVA was already it was already captured. The one bitch, the little like I don't even know what you want to call her, like Dr. McStuffin's little chick. She was a bitch the whole time. She was a whole culprit. She was troll. So you got this troll ass bitch who hiding shit from all these TVA agents, and then we come to find out, so her enchanted power is actually revealing a whole new side in the fact that all the other people who working at the TVA are variants. They are Loki, and they're just working there. It's, bro, this is just foundational in writing scripts and shit. So we then find out that Sylvie has a new power that Loki doesn't even know he's aware of having. We later find out he can use this, but all of these catalysts lead up to anticipation to try to get to the timekeepers. We then find out the timekeepers aren't even fucking real. Another catalyst. And so even though we've identified who this person, the person wasn't even fucking the person. So the anticipation of Wicked lost all meaning once we revealed who the fuck the wizard was off the bat. We had no other catalyst to be anticipated. My hunger's gone. You get what I mean? Like, at least if I didn't know the wizard, I'd be like, oh shit, who the fuck is this wizard? They gotta get the wizard. I want to know who the wizard is. I want to go with the wizard too. But when I'm watching Loki, I'm like, who the fuck is the timekeepers? Because we waited so long to figure out who the timekeepers was. Then come to find out, and not only this, wait, there was another anticipation trope, right? Where, what the fuck is pruning? They kept saying pruning. What the fuck is pruning? Who's gonna get pruned, right? So they got this stick that sent you to the end of time, and so characters was getting pruned, but we were still waiting to another episodes. Now this is a show, right? But it's still the foundation. So dude gets pruned, and we're like, what the fuck? Where did Morbius go? Then later on happens, what's it call it? Then Loki gets pruned, and they at the end of time. So we don't even know what the fuck the end of time. If somebody says you're at the end of time, what does that even mean? What does that even look like? So if that's the case, then why would so that will put in question, why wouldn't Sylvie go with them, or why would the Doc McStuffins chick be so resistant and dubious to even say all this shit in the first place? What was her motive to keep it away from everybody? You know what I mean? Because she's aware that they're all variants, so she's the whole, you know what I'm saying, she's the Omega, she's the Magnus Opus. So there's even more catalyst, right? Because we get to the point where we even find out that there's somebody called the He Who Remains, another anticipation in season 2. But this is why Wicked was just, it lost its flair pre-show, because there's no anticipation. Anticipation is one of the key factors to songwriting or script writing, is what it is.
Keep strumming, you kooky koala.
They look good
Who
together.
else is here? Oh, look, it's two-time Holocaust survivor Adrian Brody.
Yo, what the
Who
fuck?
else? Glenn Powell, what a year you've had. Oh my God.
Jamie Foxx.
Glenn, you were in everything.
So like
Twister,
Glenn Powell, if Glenn Powell wasn't all over my Twitter, I wouldn't know who he is.
Hitman, my head when I'm having sex with my boyfriend. Thank you so much for the assist. I'll see you tonight, but
Yo.
Selena Gomez is here.
Uh-oh.
Double nominee tonight
Uh-oh.
for
Oh,
Amelia
Selena,
Perez
no,
and Only
no,
Murders.
Selena,
and she's here
no.
tonight with her new fiance, Benny Blanco.
Oh my God. No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Yes. And Benny Blanco is here because of the genie who granted him that wish. Man, lucky guy.
Oh. Oh.
Love you. Oh, Selena, you were so good in Amelia
Oh
Perez.
shit, her diamonds dancing. Wait, hold on, look. You gotta appreciate the diamonds dancing, bro. We don't stop at nothing. Selena's too, but look. Ooh,
Selena,
you saw that bit? Ooh,
So good in Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez, yes.
diamonds dancing. Is that Elton John? I know this figure from anywhere. I know this bodily human being from anywhere.
That was before they caught that guy. Like,
Oh shit, niggas out here done been. I'm telling you, some niggas. 10% of niggas been to a 10% of niggas in this audience been to a Diddy party. I don't care.
we could be making history
Shit,
tonight,
maybe
and
even-
like we
maybe
don't
even
know
100.
it
Who
too.
knows?
Like, he knows, you know, but or she. It could be a woman, you know. I think 100% of the time it's a man, but it could be a woman. It
okay.
won't be. It never is.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Best Director. All right.
Those were good. Those are good. A lot of those were like light, you know. I think she kind of went a little bit like she went a little, you know, easy. A lot of it might be some niggas in here who it just might be some niggas in here who actually do end up going to jail. They'll be like, oh shit, they caught that nigga. That nigga was in there at the Diddy parties. Don't say it. Oh my God, so much just said it. Oh my gosh, so much just said it. Oh my gosh, we'll have to see. But look, Nicole or Nikki Glazer did an amazing job. Round of applause. It's like you know, it's like chill, you know, like I don't think she went as hard as she possibly could, because you know she could have turned it up. We like, you know, she could have real deal turned it up. It's a lot of shit. This might be like, imagine if you gave this to a Tony Hinchcliffe. There's so much material in this room. Look at this room. There is so much material in this room to work with. It is ridiculous. You could go on for ages, dude. We could write a 10-hour monologue on this room. Look at this fucking room. Oh my gosh. Like, there's so much subject matter. Just imagine a Tony Hinchcliffe, Seth MacFarlane. That would be fucking hilarious. Too bad it won't happen. But that was the Golden Globes. So yeah, good job, Nikki.